Today was the deadline for the Secret Service to give the January 6th committee deleted text messages, ones its agents sent on the day of and the day before the deadly insurrection at the Capitol. But the agency was unable to find any new texts to hand over. That's what a source tells NBC News. Last week, Homeland Security's Inspector General notified the committee that the Secret Service erased employees' text messages from January 5th and January 6th after he requested electronic communications tied to the Capitol riot. As a result, the Washington Post reports real-time communications and reactions of agents who interacted directly with Trump or helped coordinate his plans before and during the riot are unlikely to ever be recovered. The Secret Service's spokesman insists there was nothing malicious about the data wipe. He says it was all part of a pre-planned program to replace old phones. But the destruction of potentially valuable evidence is coming under intense scrutiny. The January 6th committee member, Congresswoman Stephanie Murray, says it was up to the agents themselves to have and save any texts or delete them forever.
Their process, as explained to us, was simply to leave it to the agents to determine whether or not there was anything on their phones worth saving that was necessary to save for federal records. And as a result, today they did not receive any texts from their agents.
Well, a source tells NBC News that the Secret Service plans to do a forensic examination of agents' phones, but that they don't expect to recover anything relevant from that. The National Archives now calling for an investigation. CNBC senior congressional correspondent Elan Moy with more on that. Elan.
Well, Shep, the National Archives learned about those missing texts through news reports. And in a letter to the Secret Service today, it requested information about the potential unauthorized deletion of texts, not just from January 5th and 6th, but at any point. The Secret Service now has 30 days to respond. The Archives wants answers on the exact circumstances surrounding the deleted texts, the safeguards that are being put in place to prevent this from happening again, and what's being done to try to recover the information. In a statement, a Secret Service spokesman said that the Archives will have our full cooperation in this review and pledge to complete the internal review of our information as directed and promptly respond. Now, the status of these texts are the kinds of details that the January 6th committee is still trying to sort through, and that's one reason that lawmakers have been reluctant to set a deadline for the last hearing or for the final report.
We can't commit to a final hearing at this point either, because evidence continues to come in. We have a responsibility to the investigation and to make sure that we are as thorough and complete as possible before the final report comes out.
Shep, the committee has said that it hopes to complete that report in the fall, but parts of it may be released to the public before then.
Elan, we know who will testify during the January 6th committee's hearings on Thursday, right? Real insiders.
Yeah, Shep, both of the witnesses slated to testify are White House officials who decided to resign on January 6th. Matthew Pottinger was Deputy National Security Advisor. He was around the Oval Office that day, and he testified that he knew he had to step down when he saw President Trump's tweet about Mike Pence lacking courage. Well, Sarah Matthews was Deputy White House Press Secretary. She told NBC on January 6th that she was deeply disturbed by the deadly riots and that our nation needs a peaceful transition of power. Now, there will be one key person who's absent on Thursday night, the chairman of the January 6th committee, Benny Thompson. He has tested positive for COVID. Shep, his symptoms are mild, and he instructed the committee to carry on without him.
Elan Moy, thanks very much.